Manny, why are we outside this building?
So the reason we're out here is because this is one of the projects, Laurel Street project, that I was involved with. What we did here was the exterior facade, or the siding, as most people know it.
Yeah,
basically
exterior facade is too fancy for me. Let's go with siding.
Siding. We made the outside look beautiful. That's
there we
what
go.
We did.
I like that. From beginning end, like you come out, you check everything out, you look at stuff. What is something that may surprise people, or what's something that consistently where people are like, oh, I didn't know you did that?
For some odd reason, I've marketed myself so much as the turf guy and the deck guy. Like, people that know me right now, they say, oh, call Manny, he's great when it comes to artificial grass. He can get you taken care of. Or there's the other side of my clientele that's like, oh, if you need a custom deck, Manny's got you. What they don't know is that, which I've just started to slowly share it and put it out there,
is you do crazy things like this.
We do stuff like this.
Yeah.
I'm basically running two divisions, a new construction side and then the residential remodel side.
Gotcha.
So again, we can remodel your bathroom, remodel your house, tear it all down, rebuild it again.
So have you heard it here first. He only does fake grass and decks. Anything
that
else?
Was last year, actually, 2025. This year, we're doing more.
There we go. I like it. So how many people, well, I guess multiple questions. How many people do you have on your crew? And what type of crews do you have? And then specifically on this project, how many people did you have working on the siding? Excuse me, the exterior facade.
Exterior facade.
Yeah.
So, great question. So we have, I have what I guess we would consider as two categories of crews. One crew is what we call our in-house crew. That's the crew that I usually keep between 2 to 5 people at all times. And that's where we handle a lot of the more personable, high quality, high end projects. When it comes to bigger new construction, bigger remodels, stuff like that, that's when I bring in the second category, which is subcontractors.
Okay, yeah.
Only difference with me is I don't go with the cheapest people out here in the county. I find the best quality along with the best pricing to provide the best possible product to the customer.
Okay, I like that. It was a very political answer, by the way. It was very well answered. How many people did you have working on this place?
So on this one, the team we had, I think we averaged between 8 to 15. When you start doing a lot, what's called the mock-up phase of any project, that's where essentially you, as the name says, you mock it up. You come out here, you pick one window, for example, if we're going to be waterproofing, you pick a window and you follow the details of how that window gets installed and waterproofed. So at those point in times, you have less people here because you don't need that many bodies.
So once you got every single step figured out exactly how it needed to be, then you brought everybody in.
Details is the important part. Once you get the details figured out, everything else goes a lot quicker.
What kind of jobs do you typically do for clients?
We can do anything from a remodel on an existing home. If you're just like, hey, love the home, love the layout, hate how the inside looks, I want to revamp it.
So you get the calls from people who just like, I just bought this home, the agent did terrible, the house sucks, I need it completely redone. You're like, I got you.
Yep, we'll come in, throw the stick of dynamite and then bring it back to life. And then we have those projects where it's like, hey, I have a non-livable space is what it's categorized as. So let's say you have a shop and you're like, hey, I want to
build an ADU or something like that.
I want to build something off of there. We can definitely go through the process of building that for you. Or if you're just like, hey, I found my dream piece of land up above the hill and I want to build my dream home.
Like start to finish. You manage permitting, everything like that?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. What about like if I want like a deck on my house or something?
Yeah, so we're actually decorator certified. Check it out.
What does that mean?
Decorators. So with decorators, you have to be able to install a certain amount of decks and have proof that you're installing it the way they specify to install it to be able to maintain warranty and just make sure that you're not out there hacking decks and then they're having to come out and get called for warranty calls. I choose quality. And so with decorators, they have the best warranty and I'm able to put an extended warranty on top of that basically helps cover for installing with a certified trusted pro.
Can't beat that, I feel like. Okay. So wait, what's the biggest project you worked on for a residential project?
Biggest residential project I would say is the Willow Street project, which is the one that I actually just came from right now in Seattle.
In Seattle, yeah.
Yeah, so they're all 2-story buildings. It's 2 duplexes, 4 ADUs, all 2 stories. And so
is that one single property?
That's one single property.
Oh man, the zoning down there is wild. What's your biggest commercial project that you've worked on?
Biggest commercial project that I've been a part of, I would say, was with Excel Pacific. there was a project called the Jackson Street project. The cool thing about the design on that one is if you're flying up above in an airplane looking down, it actually has the shape, because it's two giant buildings. They made it into a shape of a 12 Seahawks. So it's a 1 and a 2 that you can see as you fly over it. And yeah, that was the first time at a young age in charge of 7 different subs on a project that was worth millions. I don't even know how much it was.
Right. What's your favorite project you've ever worked on?
Oh, favorite project. Now that it's completed, I can actually talk about it.
Not like during.
Yeah, no. So actually, this is an interesting one. So I was mentioning to you earlier, the La Push project. So everyone knows La Push and Forks as the Twilight, series town. And so being the youngest one in the crew, or the youngest PM in the crew in the company, got sent out to that project. We did the exterior siding of that building.
Okay.
That was the first project that I ever been exposed to that we used liquid applied waterproofing on the outside. That's called Stole Gold Coat, and it's literally the color gold. Liquid applied waterproofing is the most expensive and highest end form of waterproofing you can
I
get.
haven't even heard it before, so.
Yeah, and so we plastered the entire building in yellow to waterproof it, and then just about every piece of siding that was there was redwood cedar siding, which at the time of COVID was ridiculously expensive.
Okay,
so we sealed it with that Stole Gold Coat, and then the siding over top was redwood cedar.
Is it possible to lift your truck any higher?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, but if I get in any higher, I'm gonna need a step stool to get up there. So
I feel like.
and I don't want to get the electric one, because then it's already. I'm sure that truck already. When people see me come out of it, they're like, that guy's compensated. So we have our construction business Facebook page and Instagram, where basically our focus there is going to be showing you from start to finish projects that we have going on.
Because you've got pictures of this before all the siding was up.
Yeah, so I'll probably post this more so as a story on either my YouTube or my personal brand, Facebook and Instagram. I started a personal brand because I wanted to show people the back scenes of everything related to construction. I feel like everyone's out here showing the good, showing the, hey, look at this.
Not showing the wall opening up of like, holy crap, this is not good.
Yeah. Well, and get more into, I may not look like it, but when it comes to numbers, I get real nerdy with it. And so,
that's what we instantly thought when we saw Manny. Like, that guy doesn't know how to count. Just the instant first.
1 + 1.
Hammer, nail.
So basically, it's one of those that I designed the personal brand so that I can allow people to see as much as possible as to how everything gets put together.
Manny, thank you for being here. It's freaking awesome.